Gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to this super cute and fun game that we'll be playing, Slender the Arrival.
Such an ominous intro. I take it we're actually getting spooky again.
It's possible that there might be some horror elements within this game. However, I have been assured that there is a playhouse with a slide.
Is this slide functional within the game?
It's possible, however, I do not know for sure. But forget about all those completely well-founded worries and just think about how we're going to have a fun trip through the forest and other cool locations.
I am a big forest fan, and some of my other favorite places are in other locations, so they might be in this game.
Exactly, Joe. Now let's go take a look around this well-lit forest.
No, that was not a good point, Joe. He's trying to mess with your head. Name one of your other favorite locations.
I'm a big fan of the White House. I even live there.
And this game takes place in America, so there's a chance the White House is somewhere here?
Really?
No, of course there's not, Joe. Barack's lying to convince you to play this purely horror game because he knows if you guys vote 2-1, I'll have to play. Barack, name one non-forest location that's definitely in this game.
I mean, I don't know anything for sure, but there might definitely be some mines. But who cares about that when we have such a lovely, and did I mention well-lit forest to explore?
You said mines? Mines are even more ominous than a forest. And why do you keep specifying the brightness of this forest?
Just making conversation, you know? Anyway, let's continue on, right, Joe?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the intro scene was about, but we have crashed our car and are now following this nice path to somewhere. Could be the White House.
I really doubt it, Joe, but I've been outvoted, so I guess I might as well invest myself.
Oh, come on, Donnie, no need to be so glum. It might be quite enjoyable.
Barack, you don't have to keep trying to sell me on it. I've already said I'll commit.
Yeah, that's my bad. I just anticipated more resistance. But hey, look at us going for a nice walk in forest, seeing a cool car and a beautiful sky with the birds singing. I'm sure we'll finish this game with only a minor amount of trauma.
No amount of trauma is a good amount of trauma, Barack. And whose car is that anyway? Is that important to the story?
Probably just some hiker or camper. I'm curious what this story will be about, though, because no disrespect to the 8 pages, but it did have the same amount of story as Donald's chances against me in 2024.
Well, that was uncalled for, but unsurprisingly, Slender the 8 page was about 8 pages. So Slender the Arrival might be about aliens arriving on Earth. Just a theory. Has anyone noticed that it's getting really dark?
Dark Schmark, the real question is, did anyone notice that house?
It was pretty hard to miss with the game forcibly zooming in on it. I wonder if there'll be other characters in this game than just us and Slendy. Maybe we'll get a cool NPC blacksmith who will give us a really cool-looking sword if we complete a quest for him.
Again, Joe, I really doubt it, but I do admire your freakish amounts of optimism. I guess I'll add it to the list of your weird attributes.
You got to show me your list so we can compare.
I'm sure we can find some time to do it, Barack. Maybe after we enter this super ominous house that I can almost guarantee has an unlocked front door.
If it did happen to have an unlocked front door, it could be a sign of how friendly this neighborhood is. Kind of like when Scandinavians leave their babies outside unsupervised because they know they'll be safe.
Yep, I'm sure that's it, Joe. Do the Scandinavians also draw very large trees and a slender man on their walls?
I'm sure some do.
Let's take a good look around to try to find, oh, never mind. Let's instead read this numbered letter.
Hey, Kate, it's been a while since we last spoke, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff we used to do as kids just came rushing back to me all of a sudden. Remember, I sneaked over blah, blah adventure. Ghost hunting, we called it. We'd shine the flashlight through the trees and jump at every insignificant noise. What a bunch of wuss. Our imaginations were always working in overdrive. I wish I could rewind back to then. Seems like everything after that just wasn't as good for both of us. Speak for yourself, bitch. How long has it been again? It's been at least a couple of years, hasn't it? She was always kind of mean to me. Maybe she actually knew about sneaking off all along. Guess we'll never know. What a terrible job of scribbling that out.
Actually, I really couldn't read that clearly, but I guess that's going in the list too. The rest was just CR checking in. So I guess there are other characters in this game.
Uneven seating at the dining table. Looks a bit like an intervention. It's a pretty nice house, although quite cold and bland and definitely haunted. But in this economy, me and Slendy gonna have to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, this house is pretty big, also quite white in a non-racial way.
Don't think that disclaimer was necessary.
We got the laundry room and the toilet, but also a flashlight. Nice to see another returning character.
And a letter marked number 2. Heavy on the exposition early on, I guess.
Damn, they got this banger on the radio.
Really, Joe? Take me out to the ball game? I know you're old, but goddamn.
Let's just listen and read.
I'm sure it's a great song, Joe, but I've got to explain the lore. It seems like CR called Kate and had a chat with her about someone called Lauren, and they had a joint hallucination, which was probably just a Slender encounter. And CR is going to the doctor to see if it's normal.
I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure joint hallucinations aren't a good thing. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Flashlight, batteries, extra tapes, and tools for arson. That's a pretty concerning checklist.
I know it's early on, but I'm starting to think all is not well in this neck of the woods.
I'd say that's an apt observation, Joe. I can't lie. Seems like shit is and has been hitting the fan, but we got to listen to the phone messages.
Hey Kate, it's CR again. I hope everything's okay. I know there's been a lot to take in and wrap your head around. It'll be good when Lauren gets there to help you sell the house. Take a little load off your mind. Give me a call when you get the chance and we can talk. Take care.
That guy sounds so fucking creepy. Like that was an 11 on the creepy scale. And why is this guy still referring to himself as CR over the phone? It's not even a common abbreviation. Maybe if it was CJ or RJ or even JJ, but CR, damn, I'm thinking if Kate's dead, it was probably CR who did it.
I don't know. He did have the creepy voice, but maybe he was going for soothing. For all we know, this guy could be engaged in a heated battle against Slender, like using a super cool sword in a blazing act of glory against the besuited fella.
That's true. He could be puffing on a cigar and smoking that Slendy pack, but I guess we'll see.
Oh shit, we can play on the piano?
Let's see if we've got it.
Our character sounds a little too stressed for someone who just dropped the most fire beat of 2023, and it sounds familiar too. Maybe Kate, CR, Lauren, and whoever we are got this sampled in the studio, but the record deal fell through. All I'm saying, Big J would never let that slide.
Good to know, Big J. This living room looks like it's been through the most medium kerfuffle possible. Knocked over a lamp and moved some couches. Not exactly a Slender Man type brawl.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the direct actions of our dapper gentleman with no face. With that being said, let's take a step outside and see if we can meet the man or find any clues.
It's way brighter than I thought it'd be by now, but I guess we haven't progressed far enough for sheer darkness. We got a poster on a tree. Maybe a cat's missing.
I ain't gonna lie. If there is a cat missing, we must find that cat. It's non-negotiable.
I agree with Joe. Innocent animals do not deserve to be abducted by slender aliens.
Well, the good news is it's not an animal. The bad news is it's a child. What's the plan now?
I don't know why our character is saying we should keep an eye out. We're not helping any random kids.
Really? But you were just saying how we should save innocence.
Innocent animals, in the wise words of MJ. Fuck them kids. MJ being Jordan, not Jackson. Don't want any mix-ups about that.
Oh, damn, they got a swing set. You know, one time in my youth, my friends pushed me so hard on the swings that I did a full 360 around the frame, shot off the swing, and then hit my head on the grass. I was okay, but it was wild.
That does make a surprising amount of sense. I think it's time to explore the upstairs.
Start with the end of the hall. All the best stuff is at the end of halls.
It's true. The end of halls is where they keep rooms and thrones.
It seems like you guys are right if they're going to make us find a key for the one room in the house that's randomly locked. Unless it turns out another one is, but what's the odds?
I don't know. 7?
What are you talking about, Joe? 7 what?
7 odds.
7 odds? Wait. Do you mean 7%?
Yeah, that's what it is.
How the fuck did I lose to this guy in 2020?
Well, to be honest, Donald, 2020 seemed like a battle of intellectual rivals. Take that how you will.
Nice. We got the key. Time to see some really cool stuff, like a blacksmith forge and a dwarf.
Well, this is certainly way creepier than a blacksmith forge and dwarf.
Damn, Kate really put up a whole-ass Slender collage. Seems like we've got some of the classic pages up here. Don't know why he's drawn in the caveman stick person style, but the suit still looks clean.
This isn't very cash money of her. Can we see what? According to these drawings, we'll be safe on a rocket ship, which applies to a lot of dangers.
Yeah, except rocket-related ones.
That is very... Well, it would seem we've found Kate.
Not really. Unless you have excellent echolocation, she's just vaguely in the forest, and it could be Lauren, or for all we know, CR might have a very feminine scream.
Those are both interesting hypotheses, but let's save that adventure for another time. Gentlemen, let us continue our fun exploration of this lovely and scenic forest in which nothing has ever gone wrong.
Aren't we out here to investigate an ominous scream?
Not ominous, just a regular scream. Some screams can be from pleasure, Donald. Not that you'd know about that.
Oh my God, we can go in the playhouse?
What did I tell you, Joe? I even bet the slide's usable. After we've read this letter, of course.
Hey, Kate, both my computer and phone have been blah, blah, blah. I agree with what the doctor said. Shared traumatic event sounds the most logical. What? The exact same hallucination? Anyway, black out, some memories coming back, blah, blah. Just ignore it. That'll do the trick. P.S. You should call Lauren sometime. Are we, Lauren?
Tis irrelevant. It's slide time. Yippee.
Glad I could make good on my slide promise, Joe. And to answer your question, Donald, I don't know. I would assume that we are Lauren seeing, as CR and Kate clearly intended on meeting prior to any reason for us to show up.
At this point, I'm about 85% certain that either CR or Kate are in cahoots with the slenderest of man. I guess we'll find out more as we carry on away from the safety of this house and into the spooky forest.
No, not spooky. More like unspooky and beautiful and possibly even well lit considering the generator. What do you think, Joe?
I'm gonna keep it a $150 with you fellas. I'm still reliving the slide right now. So whatever you guys are saying, I agree with the opposite of Donald's view.
God, you both suck. Even John has better survival instincts than you guys, and that's on Mr. Driving down Dallas with an open-roofed convertible.
That was uncalled for.
That's a really cool point, Donnie. What the? Oh, shit.
Holy crap baskets. Is that him? Why was he just standing there? How aren't you guys losing your shit right now?
I don't know, man. This fire seems pretty important, unlike whatever you may or may not have seen on that hill.
What do you mean, may not? Bro is literally still up there. Do you want to go say hi and see just how visible he is?
I don't think we need to do all that. Let's just continue along this path and find Kate or CR, depending on who is capable of achieving such a high-pitched scream.
Oh, there's another generator. Guess we're actually going to get that well-lit path. Barack, you've been coming through on those promises, and I've got to say, this has been a fun adventure and mystery game so far. There's not nearly enough darkness or pizzerias present for this to constitute as a horror game.
Maybe it's just me, but I think we've already surpassed the blood-curdling scream requirements for any regular game, but whatever, right? Blind positivity until we're too far gone.
Why are all these lights out here? Is this some kind of building or deforestation program? We're already screwed enough as is. We can't lose these trees, too.
I'm sure this is some form of parkland renovation or something. And it's also the least of our worries right now.
Hey, look, it's our guy. I'm sure he's connected to this missing kid, but I'm not even that worried about it. Dead kid Schmid, call me when they're stuffed inside a fur suit animatronic.
Yeah, or when they've broken into a phone guy's house and ended him.
Whoa, what? No, I already explained this to you both. Phone guy isn't dead. He simply moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico under the name Jorge de Guzman. Other than that unnecessary comment, this has been a very pleasant walk in the moonlight.
I'm pretty sure there's a house on our left, but, you know, I'd much rather keep investigating first, maybe turn on a couple more lights, read some more newspaper cuttings, leave, that sort of thing.
I don't know about that last one, but we can absolutely take a look around and maybe we'll find some clues. Does seem like Slender is being awfully chill, so why not investigate some more, right?
Residential development takes hold on Oakside Park outskirts. Cool. Maybe we'll find some more characters in this game. I'm still hoping for my magical sword crafting dwarf after all. Time to see this cool looking house. The black really brings out the eeriness in the air.
I'm sure that's the effect the homeowners were going for, Joe. Truly a masterpiece in architecture and design.
What are you guys talking about? This is clearly the burnt down house that we read about earlier. The one where a bunch of people died. And that black isn't a design choice, it's literal charcoal.
Maybe I missed that. I was probably too busy thinking about functional slides and playhouses. I wonder how many more there are out there. But yeah, no, that sounds bad, real bad. Slender doesn't seem like the arson type, though. Didn't Kate buy arson equipment? Kerosene and matches? Probably unrelated, though, right?
That sounds very related. Maybe you do have a brain, Joe.
This interior design is a little lacking, in my opinion.
What the fuck is that?
I guess this house is occupied.
What a nice looking person. We should go and say hi. After we read the lore, of course.
I don't think we should do it. In fact, I'd argue that's the single worst thing we could do.
Cool. I'ma do it.
Don't you do it.
I'ma absolutely categorically say hello.
Cabron, I need to see your boss.
Holy shit!
Well, that was rude. I'm going to assume that Cabron is in cahoots with Don Slender.
What the fuck just happened? I don't even have time to question your new theming, Joe, because what the hell? Was that meant to happen?
I'll go right ahead and admit that was on me, guys. That's my bad. Donnie said not to do it, and I did do it. We broke in and entered. Not that there was much security, but the law is the law, and the occupant attacked us in self-defense. Maybe she thought we were making fun of her odd complexion and lack of mass. Lesson learned, don't commit crime.
No, that is not the lesson learned. I mean, those were two fair lessons, but ignoring those 2 points, the lesson is just don't. Why are we in this forest? I'm willing to be that CR and Kate are long gone, moved on to the next plane, and we're getting Lauren killed. Assuming we're Lauren.
I like to think that we are Lauren and that we will save everyone. This is the Oakside Park building, so maybe there's a phone or a human that can help us. Maybe even a dwarf.
Or a book that emits creepy music.
Maybe this is a very nice and happy... Nope, I was wrong. This is a bad book.
Well, this doesn't look great for Kate, but at least CR beat the creep allegations.
Oh, nice. A spoopy black screen transition into a title card.
I guess that means the tutorial type section of the game is over. It is possible we may fall under more harm now.
God forbid we play a game that doesn't either drive me up the wall or make me want to piss my pants. I keep saying we should play Minecraft or Terraria or just any fun and calm game, but No! Let's keep ruining Donald's day.
I thought Stick War was pretty fun and calm.
Stick War is half an exception because even then, the game was still just a grating battle of attrition and you guys being mean to me.
The bitchy attitude doesn't help, Donald. You'd have way more fun if you just went with the flow. I'm sure we'll get to a game more your speed eventually, but as of right now, we chilling in the forest with Slendy and Co.
Yeah, man, we've got to go save those two bums and get to the rocket ship. I really don't know what the drawing was.
It does add weight to the Slender is an alien theory. He's got the tentacles for it.
If Slender's an alien, I wonder if he bought the suit here or they've got some classy alien tailors.
Wait. Did we just find a page, as in one of 8 pages, like the original game?
That's what it looks like. Yep, there they are, the drums. This is going to be just swell.
Even if it's like the original, I seem to remember us collecting all 8 pages and emerging victorious.
It seems you and I remember things slightly differently. Sure, we collected the 8 pages, but then Slender got us. I would very much like to avoid that fate this time.
I don't know, Donald. A win is a win, and it's looking like we found numero dues. Aren't you excited, Joe?
I might be. I guess I'm not really sure if this excites me. On the one hand, collecting litter around the forest is a good thing. It's also just nice to see a number go up. Maybe that's my monkey brain, but I digress. On the other hand, I don't like death or walking around spooky forest where death may occur regardless of the efforts we put in. I guess what I'm trying to say in a very roundabout way is maybe, but also maybe not.
I agree with everything Joe just said, which is odd because it's way past his bedtime and normally he's entirely incoherent by now.
I did drink a little bit of a 5-hour energy, so maybe I'm getting an extra 1 hour from the small sip I had, although the effects are starting to wear off a little bit unless we actually are surrounded by the Vietnamese, and that really is the White House.
While I can't speak for the possible Vietnamese present, I can say that is not the White House. So maybe we grab the next page and call it a day.
That is genuinely up there with the top 10 best things you've ever said, Barack. Let's find that page. Oh, it's right there. Cool.
Okay, catch you guys on the flippity flip.
We're back in the forest finding pages and discovering that the real pages were the friends we made along the way.
No, we're not.
We're not?
No, in fact, it's possible we're finding the exact opposite of that. Well, not the exact opposite, because we like pages, big Pages fans here tonight, but we're finding enemy ship.
I'm not exactly sure where Slendy is, but we're probably chilling. But enemy ship? Really, Donald? That's what you're going to try and sell Joe on when he already knows full well that the real arrival, well, that was in our hearts all along.
I did not know that, but it is good to know.
Could you be any more suggestible, Joe? Actually, don't answer that question. Let's just grab the remaining 5 pages and skedaddle, although I'm not exactly sure how these 8 pages play into the arrival story.
Yeah, it is something I've been mulling over myself. I think it's safe to say that we're Lauren and we're trying to find our good friends, Kate and CR, who have mysteriously gone missing. I mean, gone on a long walk in the woods. My thought is, if we're probably following the same trail the CR followed to find Kate, unless they both left all the notes together, but somehow I doubt that's the case. If what I'm saying is right, then maybe Kate left these pages up. I don't know why she would, but it's either that or Slendy did it, but we don't know.
I don't hate that line of thinking. It does raise suspicions about Kate, though. Maybe she's in cahoots with Slender and CR isn't. He might just have a creepy tone, and that led us astray before. Whatever the case is, why does the screen keep glitching if Slender isn't actually nearby? Unless he is nearby, but then it's like, where are you? You feel me?
Not literally, but yeah, that was a nice lore dump, but the issue is we have no clue if we're right.
I'm always right. They've got people on all social media that check if what I'm saying is factually accurate, and I've been called so smart that these people feel like hitting their head against the walls when they read my thoughts. It's probably out of jealousy or a lack of comprehension.
I wonder what Slender uses his tentacles for.
I'm sure there's a variety of things he could use them for. Laundry, for one. He can fold and iron clothes at the same time. He could prepare food and do the dishes together, and just a lot of nice stuff like that. There's probably some more malicious actions he could perform, but that's what I think he uses them for. That
Maybe he uses them to grab innocent bystanders out of their cars, which somehow makes the cars entirely unusable. It's different when the doors are closed, but when the car is literally unlocked, I don't see why we don't just use it to escape. or progress to each page in the safety of our own vehicle.
I don't think you should be complaining about the chance for some cardio, Donnie.
It is my right as a red-blooded American to avoid cardio at all costs. If I want to sit in my car and eat a double bacon and cheeseburger whilst escaping from an otherworldly horror, then I should be able to.
I guess you can't really ask for more. I'm curious if either of you have actually spotted our guy yet? The camera glitches and the sound flares, but our dapper pursuer evades my vision.
Maybe he's shy.
I'd be shy too if I had no face. A nice suit can't cover up the fact he's a pasty, lanky, faceless bum. He's probably jealous when he sees such colorful men like Barack and I.
No, don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't lump me and you together. You're whiter than Joe. You just happen to paint yourself orange.
Whoa, man! No need to be rude, and this is all natural. Ask anyone.
Okay, Joe, is this Donald's natural skin tone?
I'm not sure anyone can naturally reach that hue. More importantly, though, we're by water. You may be asking yourself why it's more important, and the answer is because I just think it's neat.
Well, that was certainly unhelpful and not important, but only 3 pages to go.
Despite my previous objections, I've got to say this game has been pretty chill. Only one jump scare so far, and that was offset by the functional slide.
Dude, that slide was so radical. I appreciate the tubularity in the gentle guiding hand of game design, helping us find the pages quicker, especially when that's not all this game has to offer. I think it would be weird if we win after this.
Anyone know a good song we can sing during our adventure?
It's chill, Barack, but it ain't that chill.
Okay, that's fair. This just wanted to further lighten the mood. This just reminds me of camping when I was younger is all.
That's kind of weird, man. From my experience, it was mostly eating s'mores and telling scary stories by the campfire. Neither of those conditions have been met, but you know what condition has been met?
I don't know, Joe.
The amount of mutated humanoids that would be in said scary story.
I'm with Joe on that, Barry. I personally never went camping myself. But the only campsites I can think of that give the same vibe is Camp Crystal Lake.
First of all, who hasn't gone camping? Second of all, Camp Crystal Lake was not that type of camping. Third, you guys noticing a minor uptake in odd noises and camera activity.
I wouldn't exactly call it minor, Barack. Nice tent, though. Wonder who was camping out here. I don't think Slendy could fit. Bro's got that KD frame, but actually has that killer mentality. You'd never see Slender running off to join Freddy and the rest of those loser robots.
Holy shit! What happened? Also get over it, Joe. That was 7 years ago.
We'll never get over KD's snakehood. Also, why are we running?
I'm not sure either, Joe. Donald just kind of shrieked and started running.
I heard a very loud noise and acted accordingly. How was I supposed to know that the loudest noise we've heard throughout this entire playthrough was no more than a, wouldn't this be a funny prank?
I guess that's fair enough. Although you'd never catch me tripping like that. Only one more page to go and then something might happen. Not sure what, but something.
Maybe they finally let us unlock the dwarf blacksmith you've wanted so much, Joe. Camera's getting a little funky.
Wouldn't it be so cool if we could fight Slender with a giant sword? Like a true patriot, but like if America existed when swords were cool? Maybe that's why we like guns so much. Food for thought, I guess. Now, where in this godforsaken forest on God's very green earth is this final page?
I wonder if Slender is impervious to all attacks, both physical and magical. I mean, swords and guns.
We could always shoot him with a mistletoe arrow and judge his relationship with his mom. And if there's an 8th page anywhere, it's definitely in that building.
I'm curious about this game's take on chairs and ceiling gunk. I'm hoping for strongly positive, but I can see it being ignored.
Whatever the case is, let's just find this final page and get the fuck out of here.
Speaking of the devil, that makes 8, so I guess we win now? Maybe something's unlocked or lit up outside.
Let's just hope it's not a repeat of the 8 pages. I can't bear to see us winning just for Mr. Tentacle to turn us around to lose to him. That type of thing makes me violently...
Holy shit!
Crap. We got to get our asses all the way out of this forest. Don't stop until we hit a gun or liquor store.
I'm too old for this. My heart, lungs, hips, knees, and back. Can't take more of this.
It's okay, it's okay. Just keep running, don't stop running. Lauren is built for this.
Goddamn undrivable cars and their undrivableness.
We'll be okay, I hope we're okay. It seems like we might be okay. Okay.
Did we just have a bad trip, or did we really just somehow escape Slendy in his very own backyard? That's pretty embarrassing if you ask me.
Embarrassing or not, I think the much more important question is, where the hell are we?
Kind of seems like we hit our head or died and are now in this beautiful natural land beyond Slender's reach. I don't believe that last part. Actually, I don't believe any of what I said. This will 100% take some dark turn.
So much for your creepy optimism, I guess.
My optimism is not creepy. And it's only taking a minor break. A full-blown Slender attack might just do that. Now let's continue searching around and having fun.
And it's back. I do agree that we should take a nice good look around. Dwarves are pretty small and the type that craft amazing weapons can sometimes turn invisible, so there's that. Just some tubular lore building.
Uh-oh, that certainly looks like a mine entrance. We're really going to have to go in mine, looking for CR and Kate, who I'd bet money are not in this mine.
I'll take that bet. $5 if either Kate, CR, or both are somehow in this cave.
This probably isn't the best time to be betting, especially not when we've got cool buildings to explore, huh? These buildings might reveal more lore and help uncover Slender's interest in miners.
We can already assume he's interested in miners if he took that little kid on all the missing posters. What a creepy fella.
I meant miners, as in people who mine like with a pickaxe. Let's read this barrel letter.
I mentioned it to my doctor, again, blah, blah. He wants to talk to you, blah, blah. Confronting this event might be good, blah, blah. Didn't tell him specifics. Well, we should go to the park behind your mom's house. I can see where they might have gone wrong. They went wrong in being stupid, a classic mistake, but still unavoidably sometimes.
Well, we made it out the forest, so maybe they did too. I guess it's time for us to get mining.
No. There's still another building to explore, so there might be a letter saying how they didn't go in the mine and are now enjoying a picnic, a mere 5-minute stroll away.
Bro's suddenly up for a stroll when a picnic is involved.
It's less about the picnic and more about not going in a cold, dark, spooky, almost definitely Slender-infested location if it is at all possible. Call me crazy, but I don't want to die.
Donald, you're crazy.
What? No, I'm not. What I said was both fair and rational.
I don't disagree, but you told me to call you crazy, so I did. Time for more lore.
Just some classic mine shutdowns. Maybe it was a coal mine, and this is all part of reaching carbon neutrality, a thing I definitely contribute to.
Me too. So they were together and then got separated, and then it looks like CR had quite the rough time, woke up in tall grass, went to go see Kate again, but couldn't get her attention somehow, and now he's going insane. I'm starting to think Kate might not be such a great person.
How did you read it that fast?
The plot required it.
What?
Nothing. I say it's about time we take a break, at least before delving into the mine.
Sounds good.
I believe it's time to go mining in this mine while looking out for a miner.
A miner and 2 full-grown adults, which I get doesn't really add anything to the intro, but screw it, I like providing lore.
It's okay, Barack. Everyone knows people watch these videos for our in-depth knowledge of game mechanics and lore, not any other discernible reason, is what I'd say if I was a big nerd like you, which I'm not because I'm an athlete in my prime, and I'm pretty cool too.
I agree with the nerd stuff, but everything beyond that just sounded like a monkey playing the cymbal.
Okay, it's clear that we've started off a little rocky today, but we can all agree that the power of friendship will conquer all.
I don't agree with that, like at all. Joe, do you agree with that?
I agree with CR on the woods being beautiful. However, I'm not a big fan of his letter writing style. It still comes across as super creepy.
You would be the expert on super creepy, Joe.
What?
And there goes the power of friendship.
Nothing, Joe, nothing.
It better be nothing, Barack. Because the motivation of a functional slide can only sustain me for so long. And if said motivation crumbles, I will become untethered. And I'm sure you're aware of the lack of bounds my rage will have.
Yes, Joe. Boundless rage and whatnot. But look, we got a cool generator. Maybe this will provide lights or an exit to the second creepiest location imaginable.
I personally think this is quite a nice place.
Of course you do.
But I am curious to what you think is the most spooky.
Joe's basement. Or at Chuck E. Cheese. Ever since we played FNF, the creepiness magnified tenfold.
First of all, it's pronounced FNAF, you dumbass. Second, I don't have a basement, unless you're counting the White House basement, but I'm sure you know that's a whole ass floor. Third, and most importantly, screw you, Donald.
Do you guys think Slender can fit in hallways like this? He seems too tall for it.
I'm sure he could just, lower his head, maybe even crouch a little.
I guess it just seems a little undignified for him is all.
I wouldn't worry about Slender's public image, Barack. As for fitting in small hallways, maybe he can shrink, or that weird woman in the burnt house deals with all spaces less than 10 feet tall.
It's not a bad idea for the guy. Delegating some of your workflow to increase efficiency tends to be a good choice.
And you think he's business savvy enough to do that?
I mean, he is wearing a suit.
I guess that settles the issue. So how about them mines, huh?
Them mines be creepy as hell. Honestly, the only reason I'm not losing my shit yet is because nothing's chasing us, but that's also driving me insane. Where is the big scary anything?
You just can't win with this guy. 1 second it's, oh no, I'm being hunted by a humanoid horror. The next, it's, I'm too scared because nothing's happening. It's like, make up your mind, Donald, make up your mind.
I don't know, man. Seems like there's an entire middle ground missing from your thought process, Barack.
You know what I know?
What, Joe?
That they say all men are created equal, but if you take a look at me and you take a look at Donnie, you know that statement is not true.
What? Where is the, what are you, what?
I figured such a declaration would cut through the jackassery that had begun to perpetuate in these here minds. Jackassery that I won't tolerate. We're here because we'll help Kate and CR. But more importantly, we're here because we're the goddamn presidents of the goddamn United States of America. Kind of So we will not be held hostage by things that go bump in the dark or plain white dudes in suits. We will be the plain white dudes in suits, and I could make a dicey comment about Barack in the dark, but let's just go with, let's fucking do this.
Woo! Yeah, nice, Joe. I feel hella motivated right now. Shame I can't run for presidency a third time after hearing that.
Yeah, honestly, that was a pretty good speech. Kind of makes me want to run again. Wait, I was going to do that. Then I'll run a third time after that. If I become the president, I can get rid of the term rules. And it's all thanks to Joe.
I do not claim any of those ideas as my own, but I'm glad to get you both out of your ungnarly jackassery.
They got toilets up in here. You reckon Slender uses the toilet?
We could spend all day talking about what normal things Slender can and can't do, but I think we should instead focus on completing the task at hand.
I'll be honest, I'm not entirely sure what the task even is. I get that we have to find gas and put it in generators, but I'm not sure what wider goal that's achieving.
It might just turn on all the lights, or it could activate a lift to the top of this hill. Maybe it powers up an anti-Slender laser beam.
It could be fueling the rocket that I saw in Kate's shitty drawings, the ones that said it was a safe space.
It would make sense that we'd be safer in a rocket ship than in these woods. But if my Slender alien theory holds water, even that might not be enough. I wonder if a shotgun would work.
I say, if we don't manage to survive this encounter as Lauren, we just bring down the full force of the most democratic, freedom-based, God-fearing, beer-loving military in the world onto these woods. But before that, we should figure out where the fuck we are.
I have had an idea. Some would even say a revelation. I don't know if I would say that, but it's possible because this is a pretty damn good idea. But I guess you never really know.
Just tell us, man. Damn!
Okay, my bad. I was thinking that the reason we are yet to be chased by any possible entities is because we haven't actually put any fuel in the generators yet, excluding the first one. This leads me to believe that there is probably some form of chase or challenge that gets increasingly harder. The more generators that are fueled up, assuming I'm correct, the best course of action is to get all the oil.
That often is the best decision, Joe. Oil is great. I, like many other presidents, have an entirely healthy desire for oil. Completely regular amounts of oil desired.
And what is the healthy amount of oil desired, Barack?
More.
That sounds about right. Just to be clear, the plan is find all the oil canisters and then we start fueling the generators up after.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Do you guys think Slender pees sitting down or standing up?
I doubt he pees at all, but he's clearly a stand-up type of guy.
Not clearly, not at all clearly. He's way more likely to sit down. Look how tall he is. His aim would have to be next level.
Yeah, well, maybe it is, Donnie. Ever think about that? You fat clown.
Fat clown up. Really? You're really resorting to insults because your argument is so weak and I'm the clown?
Fuck you, Donald. You can go suck on a big juicy
All right. I'm sorry I even brought it up. Didn't realize you guys would care so much about horror killer toilet habits. There was no need to bring mothers into it, though, Donald.
I accept and acknowledge that. I'm sorry again, Barack.
It's okay. I forgive you. These things happen when people get heated, and it was just too easy to get heated considering how wrong you were.
How wrong I was? How about how wrong you were? I apologized about the mom thing, but you're still wrong about this whole thing. This time I'll talk about your stupid dad!
Man, screw you, Donald. Go choke on a fat
And I forgave him. Even though he said my drip was, and I quote, whack, before throwing an egg at my car and slapping me in the face, I still forgave him. That's what we have to do. We as a people have to be more tolerable and tolerant.
That was beautiful, John, and I hope that's taught both of you a lesson about being nicer to each other.
I don't know, Joe. Kind of seems like it just taught me to not start a rap battle with random black people in the 60s.
Yeah. That's all I really got out of it, too. Just seems like it was your fault, John. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. No point arguing further, Don.
Then it seems like my work here is done. Probably didn't need to tell one of my most deepest painful memories, but I'm happy to have helped.
Oh, okay then. Have a good one, John.
Bye, guys.
I can't believe you two laughed so much during his story. He damn near cried to us to try and help you.
It's not our fault his story was so hilarious. It had next to no ties into conflict resolution, and yet you let him go on for like 5 minutes. I think that makes you the real villain, Joe.
Yeah, man. Letting Mr. Yapperton keep digging and digging and digging his own grave was kind of tragic, and you just let it happen. Regardless of how Slender pees, I like to hope that in some form of karmic justice, it would hit you. Joe?
Oh, screw you both. At least we've got all the oil canisters ready to go, so it's time to efficiently fuel this place up.
I've got to admit, all arguing aside, this has been a very chill session. No Slender, no spooky blue women, just straight chilling, although it kind of leads me to think that things will get significantly less chill once we fuel this generator.
It is entirely possible that shit will hit the fan and get slightly more spooky. However, I'm not sure. These mines are pretty chill.
Wouldn't it be sad if we left this part on a cliffhanger?
Gentlemen, I have a creeping suspicion that it's about to get real. And by real, I mean really fun.
Normally I'd play along with the happy-go-lucky vibe, Barack, but this is just ominous.
Oh, come on. What's ominous about fueling a generator with oil?
Nothing 99% of the time, but context matters. And so does whatever that creepy ass noise is.
Okay, fine. I'll admit that noise may have been on the more creepy side, so let's just fuel up the generators and get going, but in a very pleasant and fun way.
If I recall correctly, and I'm sure I do, there's a generator below us. We should hit that one first for pure efficiency and ease, and yeah!
2 out of 6, this quickly can't be a bad thing. But every single fiber of my being is not enjoying this.
They got a little goofy and a little spooky with the sound design, but I like it. We're here for it. And we're a third down, which is nothing to sneeze at.
That's what the kids call facts.
Pretty sure that's what everyone calls a fact. Oh my God, what was that?
That appeared to be the Slender camera jiggle. Guess we've got company.
Guess we've got company? What a corny thing to say. Holy freaking ship! What we got here is a certain amount of feet tall, white fellow with the tentacles and a suit on the loose. But that can't stop us from spreading democracy. No, wait, I meant oil. Can't stop us from spreading oil. To our own generators, of course.
Said a whole lot of nothing there, Joe.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Brother hit us with the holy freaking ship. Did Jill ban you from using cuss words?
No, she did not, Barry. And even if she did, unlike some people here, I don't have to obey my wife's every command because she can't physically dominate me like Bane did to Batman before throwing him in that hole.
Shell is Bane. That's pretty good, Joe.
At least I got to be Batman. Not that it was called for, Joe. I was just curious about your particular choice of articulation.
The thing is, Barack, it's that well, you know, that's what it do. Now let's find the generators and escape somehow.
That's never concerning to hear. Same way, it's also never funny to hear. Never. Nice. We found the next generator. This is like Dead by Daylight, but way less fun, but also way less infuriating.
That's actually a pretty good comparison. Getting chased by a killer, we have a flashlight. Got to do something with generators to escape. Fits pretty well. Proud of you, Donnie.
Oh, thanks, Barack.
Now that is one creepy ass corridor. If anything comes out of it, I'm gonna scream. Ah! What the fuck is that?
I have no idea, but its ass just got domed by the flashlight. I'm more curious about
that scream, because me too. Joe, are you even a real person?
Holy
Or
crap.
any of us. Fuck, not tubular. Run, run, run. If this is anything like the 8 pages, the more generators fueled, the more spooky it gets.
This is not spooky. We are being chased by not one, but 2 creepy-ass, weird-ass, regular clothes-wearing evil killer humanoids. This is terrifying. Spooky doesn't even begin to describe it, you goddamn clowns.
Maybe we're just not as big a wuss as you, Donnie. Maybe this is just spooky for us, and you're the clown. You've got the makeup for it.
I don't have to stand for this slander. I'm not going to sit here and let you talk to me like this.
If you leave now, I'll tell Jill to tell Michelle you bailed on us.
Looking back, it's possible I overreacted. Let's do this. We're the goddamn presidents of the United States.
Very convincing, Donald.
Bite me.
It would appear that we have done what we in the business call a loop.
I don't even see Slender. Why is the screen glitching? I also hated the way you constructed that sentence, Joe. And what business are you even talking about? Because I know business. I'm the best businessman in the history of businessmen.
It's just business, you know, business.
Well, we're back at the original generator and fuel, so there's probably a second route this way.
Yeah, great, whatever. But Joe, you can't just say business. What business are you talking about?
Maybe, Donald, you're just not as great at business as you think you are. Maybe business is just business. It isn't personal.
Okay, even I know Joe just said a whole lot of nothing.
That's what he does. He's a sleepy old, not handsome bum who is, well, he sucks.
Crap baskets. Okay, we're fine. We are fine. You hear me? We'll just grab this generator that's right next to us, and then we'll find the rest, because that's how game works, and then we will win. Yeah, that's it. We'll win. Why? Because we're the goddamn president. Oh, wait, Donnie did that already. Did that.
Yeah, I did. It's just a good speech opener, finisher, middler. It's just great. That bum in the hoodie has been getting absolutely beamed. I wonder if it's the naked women in the burnt house, but she's finally out on some clothes.
She might have got cold, headed into the mine. Slender supplied some drip as he's capable of obtaining clothes somehow. But now the DBD training's paying off.
Slender and hoodie person might just be on fraud watch after all. This is the equivalent of Bonnie pulling up to the window, but you know full well his animatronic ass ain't about to do a single. Damn, I was just joking, Slender. Damn.
Just resist the pull of gravity. Oh, now this goober's here. Bro, about to get juked like I'm Barry Sanders.
They are not happy. Did we really just duck under Hoodie's arm?
It would appear that both Joe and Lauren have that dog in them. Maybe this game finishes with Lauren finding her friend, escaping the forest, and having a successful career in football.
I'm 100% sure that's not how this game will finish. Now let's hide in this corner. And wait, are we dead? Why are they coming here? What is happening?
Guess they liked our cologne. I'm so confused.
They sprinted over, took a little sniff, and then hobbled away like a little gremlin. I like it.
We should probably make our exit now. No need to bother them any further. You know what? Let's stay.
If we stay perfectly still, nothing should happen. It's like T-Rexes in the... Shit, it isn't like
crap,
T-Rexes.
oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. We're alive? Hoodie hit the Millie Rock in our face and we survived.
He's just standing there, menacingly. I bet he ain't paying taxes. Someone call the IRS.
I think we're clear now, though you do raise a good point, Barry. I wonder which tax bracket our slender fella's in. It's a nice suit, but not a three-piece, but he would have to have it custom tailored to fit his frame. It must suck to be super tall, but not very well off with all the custom clothes you have. Short people can at least buy kids' clothing.
Joe, what the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know, man. Barack got me thinking about clothes and taxes, and I drifted. You know how much I love to go on tangents. It's one of my favorite things beside being hip and cool with the youth.
I did not mean to set you off on that path, although it actually does seem like things are cooling down a little.
Real quick, let's just check the stairs immediately to our right. Don't want any lurking, hooded, masked vigilantes on the loose.
All clear down there. Just seems to be all clear, huh? Oh, what the hell?
Come on!
Why is he trying to pat our head? Creepy tentacle having no face, also having loser.
It appears we can just simply hustle away. That's a good piece of advice for all people. If a slender man is trying to grab you, just say no. He can't legally abduct you without consent.
Well, he's trying awfully hard, Barack.
I was just mentioning legality. And I guess you're right, though. Additional note to all people encountering Slender. He might not be a law-abiding citizen!
That was weird. Why'd you... Never mind. I guess this is the catwalk above the main room. Funky coal mine.
I am curious to how many generators we have left. I think we picked up 6 oil canisters, but it might have been 5. How many have we even done? Are we on 3 or 4?
We did the one in the main room, 2 by the stairs, and the 4th in that chain link fencing. But we have to do 6 to match the fuel canister amount.
Then we've done 5, because we also did one in a room with what seemed to be toilet stalls. And I was going to make a comment about how pervy it is to check the stalls, but Donald just kept yapping, I think.
You can't say, I think, to defend yourself after insulting me. That's just a big loser move, you big loser.
And there he goes, yapping all over again. Look, the important point that you didn't seem to pick up on is that we've only got 1 generator left before something happens. I can't say what, but I can say it will.
1 generator, huh? That's pretty good. If we go down and one of our teammates pops the last gen, then our adrenaline should kick in, and with hope we might just make it to the exit gate.
Wrong game, Joe?
Well, the point is that we are very close to getting out of here, I think. Hopefully, I can't bear to spend another minute trapped underground with you clowns. Did I say that out loud?
Yep, and you know what? I'm tired of this clown talk. Obviously, when I say it's charming, but for you guys, grow up. You both suck. I hate the mines. Except I love the product, so mines are also great. I like the benefit, and I hate you, Joe.
You hate me? Prepare your stupid bitch ass, because I'm about to rain hell on you. You stupid And you know something else, Donnie? I'm not a fan of your choice in shoes. Some shoes are too shiny, so why don't you pour yourself a big old cup of hate and another thing.
You done, Joe? Because I think you're done.
I've said some pretty messed up stuff in my time, allegedly, but goddamn, Joe, you good? That was some of the most outrageous, heinous Geneva Convention violating hate that I've ever heard in my life. I didn't realize someone could be so critical about hands. Let's just beat this section so I can go cry. That's right.
I don't even blame him. That was straight tragic. At some point, you stop being scared of Slender and the hooded bum, and you start fearing the flamethrower, which is a forgetful 80-year-old.
Well, I'll be honest, or as the tubular gnarly people say.
Nope.
Fine. All I was going to say was I might have possibly got a little caught up in Donald saying he hated me, and you both saw what might have happened as a consequence. All I can do now is say I'm sorry and promise not to talk about your choice in tie, or find the specific HTML code of your skin, as it's a mean thing to do.
Nice, the final generator. Wait, you were going to do what?
I just wanted to be as accurate as possible in my detailed deconstruct. You know what? I'm sorry, we've got the generator. Let's move on and then figure out what it is that we can now do as a team.
Did you summon them, Joe? Brother said Team and Slendy pulled up with the fraud.
That's my bad guys, but it just goes to show that even Slender knows teamwork makes the dream work.
Those footsteps are getting really... Okay, damn, Hoodie really can't kill us? Is this a bug? Are they not built for this life? This is why Slender is stupid for outsourcing to lesser workers. I could have hired 10 better killers than that fraud.
It is kind of true. I know at least 3 animatronics that could have done a better job than Hoodie.
We don't have time to discuss why Bonnie sucks. Let's make like a tree and not be in this mine.
Ah, that was good. I got another. Let's make like a banana and also not be in this mine. Although a worker could have brought one for lunch, but what are the odds of that? And you know, at the end of the day, it's night.
Flawless, Donald. I wonder if all those arrows on the floor are pointing at this obvious button we should press for a negative reason. At least we're getting on up out of that hellhole. But how would Kate or CR have the time to draw like 10 million arrows pointing to this lift?
Could have been Slender, not that it makes it any better, but it does make all the pages and drawings in Kate's house way funnier if you imagine it was just Slender, sat at a table drawing self-portraits, but yeah, we did it. Nice.
Is the creepy music supposed to be? I guess not. That was weird, but not going to ruin my good mood. Now I can continue to appreciate mines from a safe distance of hundreds of miles, or Minecraft.
The outside, that is sweet. But it does make you wonder if Lauren couldn't just scale the hillside.
No, because she was following the trail of clues. How would she know this is the way Kate and CR went?
That's a very good point, Joe. You're right. That was certainly a fun, if not mildly terrifying, section of the game. You guys good to take a break now?
Absolutely. Catch you guys very soon, hopefully.
Gentlemen, I can actually genuinely say it's time to take a stroll through the forest.
I want to disagree with you. I really, really do, but it is simply a pleasant.
Kind of makes you wonder why it's so pleasant, almost seems more ominous. Anyways, did you guys read the latest Jujutsu Kaisen?
We ain't doing that, Joe. Not today, not now. A real one fell, and then they went after his character. No, let's not do any of that. We shall continue our non-ominous walk through this beautiful forest and be glad we're not in that godforsaken mine with Slender
All
and
right,
the
bro,
fruit.
you can quit yapping now, trying to read CR's message. Something about him finding Kate chilling behind her house with a bag of weird drawings and a broken camera. Broke bitch ain't even got the money to film her slender journey, unlike us cool cats who have a super high-tech camera that's just low on battery.
I don't know if I'd call our camera super high-tech. It's cool, but it's not even got like a thermal camera or infrared. Are those the same things?
I think infrared requires light to still be hitting the lens, but thermal can be in pitch black, which makes it way cooler. Which isn't relevant seeing as we have neither, but who am I to complain about making casual conversation on this joyous walk?
It's a little foggy out here, or the camera's got some really bad glare.
Was that the rocket launch infrastructure to save us from Slender in space?
Looked a whole lot more like a radio tower, Joe, but maybe you're right, and this game is about to make a very sudden tonal shift. And I, for one, wouldn't be opposed to that happening as long as it maintained its pleasantness.
Slender as a space-based psychological horror would be pretty cool. You guys want to jump off this cliff?
Honestly? Yeah, a little. Born to walk along beautiful cliff tops, forced to not jump off them because fall damage exists IRL.
What an amazing natural landscape. It could really do with a mega highway, 12 different fast food restaurants, and you know what, chuck in a Walmart to really make it an area of freedom.
Oh, sick. A cool bear, and we can interact with it? Let's grab it and throw it at Slender. Oh, we can't move. That's not cool.
It would seem that this bear is sucking the color from the world. Not cool, little bear. Not cool.
Oh, I think we're flashing back because unless there's a weird Five Nights at Freddy's mini game we canonically shouldn't be aware of, this could only really be a flashback or memory or something goofy, a beach episode. That's cool. I always thought we should go to the beach as a group, get some volleyball in and some sand castle building and splash each other. And you know, chill.
Yap. We seem to be Charlie. Is that the missing kid? Are those our parents or just parent-shaped rocks? What I'm saying is, what is happening here?
Maybe if you gave it more than 20 seconds, we could figure it out.
No, but I get it. I don't know if those are people or oddly shaped rocks. It's really putting me off. Says a lot about society.
It says exactly nothing about society, Joe. What are you talking about?
I don't know, man. What does it say about society? Let's go take a walk.
But you didn't... Never mind. This is a really nice area. I'm not really sure why we're in such a nice place, but hey, the game's the game.
I wouldn't take it too carelessly. We all remember those nice woods after we got out of the bad woods. And where did we end up after the nice woods?
Here, picking up whatever that thing on the ground is.
No, well, yeah, eventually we ended up here, but I meant the mines, Joe. We get a moment of respite, and then we get dunked on with Slender, which isn't difficult for the guy, seeing as he's as tall as a hoop.
Almost looked like a sniper's glare over on that rock.
But John's not here.
Damn, Joe, didn't have to do him like that. I guess we're now just playing Beach Simulator, which is a nice change of pace.
You know, I like sand. It's soft and smooth and enjoyable. Not like you two. You're coarse and rough.
That's mean. Though I too like sand because you can build massive sandcastles or do the much cooler thing and dig a big hole.
Dig a big hole? What are you, a dog?
Whoa. Hole digging slander will not be tolerated, especially beach hole digging. If you start far enough out from the sea, you can dig a nice pit which reaches the water and you can sit in like your own private ocean. And you can bury yourself or dig a moat around your sandcastles. Honestly, Donald, you really suck for that.
Maybe I'm just jaded by falling into one too many sand pits. the people didn't fill back up, that'll hurt your back and ruin your beach trip. That's why I'm exclusively private islands now.
There's almost too many jokes that I could make to the point where it's like, I'm paralyzed in joke heaven.
I feel you, man. I feel you. It's like there's too much low-hanging fruit. And someone like you or I, Joe, wouldn't want to settle for a minor joke. Because that's almost criminal for us.
No comment.
Is it just me, or has the color started to get weird again? It seems more glary and way colder.
It is not just you, Joe. This doesn't bode well for our peaceful beach walk.
This seems like a point of no return. Coolio. Well, let's get slandered or whatever is about to happen within this memory. That way we can return to the super cool and peaceful hillside where nothing bad will happen.
I'm sure something bad will happen. Maybe we'll stub our toe or get axe murdered. Of all the murders that could get done to me, axe murdered is the coolest but also scariest. Anyway, yes, point of no return and whatnot.
Were our parents calling for us? We're Charlie, right? Wait, was that the little kid on the missing poster's name? It was, right? Charles Matheson. I think I might just be a genius.
Good stuff, Barack. I think yep, we're Charlie. But I ain't gonna lie. Seems like shit's about to get tragic.
Yeah, it seems like Charlie is a little pressed right now. Don't worry, young buck. Worst case scenario, Slender steals your body and soul and makes you do his bidding. It's basically just a corporate job.
Got the tendrils of void chasing us. Pretty cool, but you know what's not cool? Letting your kid wander alone really far into Slender-infested forest. Maybe pay attention next time, clowns.
Charlie got packed the fuck up, ain't gonna lie. But hey, maybe he somehow survived this. Crazier things have happened. For example, every day that Joe wakes up.
Creepy stuff. Bro, hit that note, though. Every day Joe wakes up what, Donald?
Every day Joe wakes up, period. Like Joe waking up is crazy because he's so old and frail.
Whatever you say, Donnie, that was pretty creepy stuff. But it does go to show, don't go into forest alone if you're not faster than otherworldly horrors and their tendrils of terror. And that's good advice for all locations of which otherworldly horrors are common, like the deep ocean or Donald's basement.
Both very terrifying. But now we're back to enjoying our pleasant walk along the hillside. And a new life lesson learned: don't interact with cute bears with a name sprawled across its chest. It might be a spooky time trap thing.
I guess it's been an overall very productive session then. We've learned a lot. But my basement is fine. Like, there isn't anything weird about my basement. It's fine. It's completely normal. In fact, probably oddly normal, but that's just how I do it, you know? CR hitting Kate with that protector is, aha, my basement is normal.
Should we be calling someone about this, Donald? Or is it just embarrassing because what the hell is wrong with you? Yapping about that basement like you've got the history outside the walls in it.
This has been a really nice walk. I still believe just one more lane could really fix this place, but I guess some places just aren't great enough for a mega highway. I wonder what Slender would think about highways or ducks.
I'm sure he's probably quite neutral on both. Doesn't seem like a road or duck guy to me, but he isn't actively hunting one down. Highways understandably, but I'm sure he could get a duck if he wanted.
I often question these conversations. But we at a mine shaft now. Oh, wait, no, I hate mines. Sick flare, but I really hope this doesn't lead us back to that hellhole.
I don't think we're anywhere near deep enough to be heading back down. Probably just some support beams in case of rocks shifting.
All this just to reach a radio tower of safety? Couldn't they have just moved to New York or something? Plenty of dangerous stuff in NYC, but I just don't buy Slender going that far out of his way to get a New Yorker. When Jason did it, he caught straight hands, and I just don't think Slender has that in him.
This is not a nice letter. CR must be having a rough time.
We got a cool new room, though. Don't know how CR was depressed with, okay, maybe CR has just lost his mind. Hands have teeth. Tell no one I love them. Bro wants out before Slendy gets in.
Honestly respectable. All right, let's break here before we watch some TV, I guess. Gentlemen, it's time to watch some television.
Oh, I thought we were playing
some
Slender.
television and Slender.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Talk about a long pause. I've got high hopes for this VHS tape. It's literally marked W.
I'm pretty sure that was just Slender between two trees.
Could have been a stylistic custom font using trees and Slender as the building blocks.
This is really ominous. Wait, why is that girl holding a pencil like that? Who writes like that? Anyway, yeah, Slender and spookiness.
She's got a creepy voice, too. And who leaves the windows open in this weather? Let too much rain in and you've got wet carpet and clothes, and maybe even develop rot.
You guys are ruining the ambiance. This is spooky and creepy. Who knows what's going to happen, but like, why are there multiple windows and doors open? Just poor security. What if a bear gets in the house? Wait, you guys tricked me. This is spooky.
I think the spookiest thing is the lack of security and awareness the residents of this home display. Maybe it's just the interior doors and upstairs windows, though. Still whack for that potential rot, but not as bad.
That was weird. Did the wind close that door?
Oh, nah. Leaving the front door open? Really? That's just wow. I mean, come on. Talk about wanting an otherworldly horror to find and kidnap you via tendrils of void and/or long limbs. Just terrible.
Brother's just standing out there. Get a job, bum. Quit creeping on kids.
Can we turn off Take Me Out to the Ball Game? Like, damn, this shit sucks.
Agreed. This is a higher priority than escaping Slender.
Nah, this is still an absolute hood classic banger. But we can turn it off. I'm not sure if Slender will be happy about it, though.
Why the fuck would Slender care? You know what? My apologies, Slender. I was not familiar with your game.
How does he even know? It's not like he has ears, right?
Assuming we're Kate, not that it's relevant, but assuming we are, had we lived in a house with lower ceilings, would we be beyond Slender's reach? Does he have a hard cap on his shrinkage capabilities, or can there be a 4-foot Slender running about?
Funnily enough, Joe, I have no idea. How about we ask the fuck?
Damn! Seems like he heard us. Jump out the window. Damn.
Maybe she made it out the window, although I don't think it would matter much. You can't have many survival instincts if you're leaving that many windows and doors open, because again, you're just asking to be mauled by a bear. Let's hope this next tape is a house safety educational video.
Oh, some lore. And it's about the Mathesons. Could be Charlie related.
We don't know the tape and document are related. They probably are. I'm just being a bitch for no reason.
I've been doing some digging. Old plot of land, Matheson picnic spot, something homestead. Charlie saw something he shouldn't, maybe. Dealing with something dark. Blah, blah. Kate, you suck. Good on CR for being quite the investigator. Although, he's probably dead right now, but hey, you can't reach horse to roll in the snow backwards. Roll the tape.
You can't reach a horse in rolling snow? What does that even mean, Barack?
I meant to say teach a horse to roll in the snow backwards. It's just a saying.
I really don't think it is, but whatever, right? Just more classic bumbling from the two idiots. Let's go find a house with security issues.
CR, on the side of the Matheson family farm, continuing my investigation in Charlie's disappearance. Let's see what we can turn up.
Huh, I guess he just always talks like he may have puppies and candy in the back of his white van.
I think I could tear down a brick house with just a crowbar.
What spurred that thought, Joe?
I don't know. It's just, we've been talking about houses, and this, a clearly old stone brick house, and, you know, I love them crowbars.
Indeed.
So it's only natural that I had brought up said belief. This place has a nicer interior than I would have thought from the outside.
Nice. Another letter, but that is almost entirely unreadable. Something about going into the cellar while their dad is gone? Don't tell Maggie because she's a snitch. That's all I got.
And that's probably all the important info anyway. Opinions on the, well, what appears to be blood-stained floorboards?
I think it really brings the rooms together.
I agree. It really completes the whole we may or may not be into some really messed up shit vibe I think they were going for. Let's continue searching around the place. Ideally, we find that basement.
Yeah, maybe there'll be like, I don't know. Maybe they got like Slender kids down there. Not like skinny kids, but the children or a same race as Slender. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Nah, Donnie, that's a great idea. I'm messing with it. Except I think this will be where the Slender alien spaceship crash landed, and maybe it's where a hive of Slenders exist. Or it could just be his regular spaceship that he crash landed with. Which would explain why he is hiring people like creepy burnt house lady and hoodie fraud to help. He needs them to rebuild his spaceship to get home, and we're heading to the radio tower to help him. And this is a cool barn. Not related, but true nonetheless.
That's certainly an interesting theory, Joe, but let's just get moving through the gate, I guess you'd call it. I like that winch pulley system. They didn't need to add it, but it was a cool addition anyway.
Even though I know there's some underlying evil going on here, I'm really enjoying this scenery. It's simply pleasant.
It's got that old-timey style going on, you know? A little too retro if you ask my gnarly, radical, tubular, ludicrous self, but that's just how I do it.
First of all, shut up. Second of all, I don't think ludicrous fits with those other words. Third of all, this seems like the type of building to have a basement.
That was a bit rude. I'm just playing. Screw Joe. Basements for life. I have a normal basement, though, so it's kind of neutral, really.
Wheat and barley storage, huh? Do wheat and barley use these silos? I guess my agricultural knowledge isn't too extensive, but I'm sure I saw they can be stored in the basement. I wonder what that generator was for.
It's for fueling alien spaceships. Let's head over there. Maybe this area has a higher basement per capita, or we'll just find an even larger space to continue to investigate. But that would be stupid, like you two.
I saw a cool windmill in the back. Let's continue our pleasant walk as we have enjoyed so many times throughout this playthrough. And then once we find the basement, we can lock in and get business done.
I am a fan of business, more than a fan. I'm a practitioner, a savant of business, so if that's what we need to do, it's a good thing that I'm here. Unless it's not business, but in fact Slender-related issues. Because this really feels like the old lure them into a false sense of security and then scar them for life trick. And I'm not falling for that one again. That and the mousetrap in the puss.
Easy. Left is the cellar. And everyone knows a cellar and a basement are basically the same thing, I think at least.
No, I've heard that too, Joe. We're close. I can almost smell it. And I got to tell you both, it smells sweet.
Sweet like actually sweet, or sweet in the way you think Michelle's sweat smells
Sweet isn't actually sweet, and I told you that in confidence.
I don't know why you did that, Barack. I'm a rascal. I get a little goofy and quirky. I literally cannot be trusted, especially with ammo like that. That's why Joe never tells me a thing.
Also, because I occasionally forget. Well, this certainly looks like a cellar entrance.
Nice. Let's take a look around.
As I was saying, I'd occasionally forget the stuff I'd told Donald, and then he'd retell it to me in a, let's go with inaccurate manner, lead to quite a lot of arguments and mix-ups before I realized Donald was mistaking what I'd told him. Now I just forget stuff like a cool person.
This is a creepy-ass basement, and I do that, or at least I did.
I don't know, Joe. I think forgetting stuff kind of sucks, and I'm sure there's better ways for you to keep track than relying on Donald.
Nah, forgetting stuff is cool. That creepy shadow figure agrees.
What are you talking about, Joe? What creepy shadow? Oh my God.
That's just super fucking creepy, isn't it? Weh! And the light flickering too? Chuck and Joe smelling its hair, and you've got the creepy trifecta.
Whatever you say, Mr. Frequent Flyer. Let's check out this room. Cool book, a fuel canister. That brings me back to those just awful memories of the mine. This is way better.
Don't know if I'd say way better. Let's just keep it pushing. There was more to explore on the surface, so we should avoid getting too caught up down here.
You sound a little scared, Barack. Surely this game isn't starting to get to you after all. It was your idea.
No, this game is not getting to me. And don't call me Shirley.
I vote we just avoid the creepy shadow figure and find an exit.
I agree, which means we have 2 votes. Screw you. Donald, your vote was meaningless.
Your attempts at disenfranchising me won't work, and I was going to vote with you guys anyway. I don't want to be caught with the creepy Slender thing.
You're right, Donnie. Holy fucking
crap.
shit.
That thing was moving like Foxy. And it was moving fast for no leg muscles.
It looked a little like the weird lady in the burnt house. Maybe that's just the slenderized style or the same person, but we have no evidence for that.
Whatever the case, let's just get the hell out of here, and then we can plot and scheme our next move. Donald the schemer, Joe the plotter, obviously.
And you providing no value. A classic tale.
We're outside. Let's take a short break now, you know? Just a short breather.
Gentlemen, let's continue our journey through memories. No, wait, it's a VHS tape, right? Regardless, let's continue on.
Hell yeah! Let's continue on through this nightmare. Maybe we'll see the burnt house lady again. Or maybe even Slender.
That's the spirit, Donnie.
I'm getting up in years, so my brain might be deceiving me, but that sounded like sarcasm, Barack. I don't know, though. I just got here.
What? I was being incredibly sincere because I'm having a wonderful time, and I'm happy my good friend is too.
I was talking about me, Barry. And I was, Joe. You're still old, though, so at least there's that. Let's run through this field on our quote-unquote white girl shit.
I may not be white or a girl, but I feel like this run should be less I'm being chased by a surreal killer and more I'm carefree and quirky.
All good notes for the next time, Barack. But what's a surreal killer?
It's like the Michael Jordans or LeBrons of the serial killer group. Meeting them is what normal people feel when they meet normal, cool, famous people. But to the creeps, I think...
You think? Seems like you know. But what I don't know is if we were being chased earlier, though, like in our white girl run field.
Probably not, but I hope there's nothing in this silo building.
What's a natural thief of wheat or whatever is growing out here? Not including insects, though, because they're not as scary.
Cows and other farm animals, and insects are plenty scary. Ever seen a wasp?
Yes, Joe, I have seen a wasp. I just meant individual animals that might be in the silo was my worry. The wasp nest is less scary and more annoying. But back to the stuff around us, I sure wonder if the farmers were Slender fans.
Maybe it was just Slender drawing a self-portrait on the floor.
It'd make sense, because why else would all the other drawings of him look the same? Unless he's teaching art lessons. And I doubt it, because that crayon drawing sucked.
That was not a crayon drawing. It looked like colored pens.
Regardless of the drawing utensil, I think we're somewhere new, although I'm not entirely sure because everything kind of looks the same.
Okay, racist.
How is that racist?
It all looks the same. Sounds pretty racist to me, especially considering we're just on the other side of the fence.
I don't think that qualifies, Donald. Let's just check out this cute hut.
What do we got here? Some liquid containers and a photo of Slender creeping on some old people. This is some cool stuff.
What is wrong with you, Joe? How is that crap cool?
Cool is subjective. I think burnt houses are cool. Not that I'm an arsonist or anything, but they can sometimes hold keys to gates.
Did you know that would happen, or do you have some sort of gift for prophecies?
I'm no oracle, but sometimes the prophecies just prophesy, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Speaking of cookies crumbling, let's check out the other side of the silo, which I now realize is dividing the three areas.
That makes a lot of sense. Not the prophecy bullshit, but the silo dividing the three areas actually does. Good use of whatever little cognitive function you have left, Joe.
I'll use that little slice to say, fuck you, you old orange clown. And also, I beat you in the presidential election. I feel like you keep forgetting that, you loser.
Oh, yeah? Well, you are a creepy old hair.
You know, I hate to jump in when you guys are about to have your cute old people scuffle, but I think this silo just time traveled us.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. It would seem that there are shenanigans afoot.
Oh, now you know I hate shenanigans. We must find the evildoers and punish them. Tomfoolery I can tolerate, but shenanigans is a step too fucking far.
Cool it, Joe. We've got to keep a clear head going forward. But this is another field to run through. So if you want to...
Absolutely. Let's run like there's no tomorrow, and let's live, laugh, and love.
I much prefer to gaslight, gatekeeping girl boss, but you do you.
I personally prefer to, I got nothing. You guys took the only two triplet adages. Well, I know, it really sounds like there might be something behind us. It must be our worries.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel reinvigorated, and I'm not even doing the exercise.
What a nice looking gate for our key. Wait, is this the chapel? Are we actually just back on the original side of the fences? I guess it doesn't matter.
Now you've got me all twisted upside down. Here's my take. We are playing Slender the Arrival and are at a chapel. This is 100% accurate information, much like all other things I say, because I'm the smartest person in the history of people.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, Donnie. This is a creepy-ass place, though. And that's coming from a Christian.
Agreed, and not in the normal creepy way. This place has haunted vibes and stuff. I wonder if we'll be getting slendy.
Slendy is a great adjective, though I do not wish to see the entity it's based off.
What's up, dude? Wait, the fuck?
Did you just say, what's up, dude, to evil suit, faceless monster creep?
I thought it was the priest. Never mind that. Let's find all 8 pages and then escape this church.
I don't think that's what's going on here, Joe.
I guess you're stupid then, because we've already found this first page.
Actually, it's a letter written by Frida Matheson, the woman who apparently summoned Slender. It says she did some goofy old summoning or something, and now her family is cursed because of it. Slender took her grandchildren, and now she wants to stop him by repenting and burning themselves. Nothing like self-immolation to fix things. That was sarcasm. Don't burn yourselves.
Unsurprisingly, that wasn't on my to-do list, Barack, but I guess I appreciate the advice. So this is the Matheson family plot of land, and they own a massive wheat field and a chapel. I'm sure there's some cool plot revelation here, but all I'm hearing is that they were goddamn ballers.
That's true. This land must be worth a lot. What are these things we're picking up?
I think they're toys. Not sure why they're here, but it doesn't help the creep.
What the hell is that sound?
Must have been the wind.
The hell are you talking about? Must have been the wind. It was very clearly not
fucking shit!
The bitch is blocking the exit. Let's make like a tree and not be in this building.
I agree. I've got a plan. We'll loop them around this wall and then drop shack pallet to escape.
It's not Dead by Daylight, Joe. That's not. It worked. Good stuff, Joe.
Burnt house entity thing doesn't seem to be very happy in that chapel. Hopefully there's not a priest in there.
Hopefully for which one?
Well, hey, either one is capable of unspeakable things and both haven't revealed what they can do yet. Let's skedaddle without further skidoodle.
There's a house in the distance. We should go and light it on fire. I mean, investigate and search for clues and whatnot. The further from the chapel, the better is what I say.
I agree, Joe. Let's enter this creepy house that happens to be further along the trail.
I also agree with that. Oh no, sounds like burnt house creep has escaped containment, so let's enjoy this house while we can.
I'm sure we'll be safe upstairs, and here's proof. Name one thing that's ever gone wrong upstairs. Oh wait, you can't?
I mean, I'm sure I could name some things that have gone wrong upstairs, especially if upstairs includes multiple floors in general. Matter of fact, I can list one that happened in the Slender franchise. Even matter of fact, it literally happened in the last VHS recording when Kate got grabbed by our favorite besuited otherworldly horror. Cool letters and pages and stuff though, so I'm sure you're right, Joe.
That last page seemed irrelevant to anything. Maybe this page will be different. Oh, this is just sad. It's a kid's diary talking about someone he knows going missing and his grandmother rambling about Slender. What a tragic family dynamic. And I know a thing or two about that.
Yeah, that was a bit depressing. I'm sure this one is. Yeah, I don't think it's better. Says that some kids ran away and that the family thinks a strange man did it, but she doesn't believe them. And she wants to run away too. Damn, Slender definitely grabbed the trifecta.
Yeah, well, just goes to show that you shouldn't try and summon demons if you're not prepared for it to affect multiple generations of your family, although I'm still convinced Slender crash landed here and that's what they believe was the summoning.
And surprisingly, I still don't hate that theory. All right, so let's see if this one is also super depressing. Joe, summarize for us.
It's a little unclear, but what I got is Frida's sister thinks she's tripping and doesn't believe her about Slender. She's sad about the missing kids and wishes she could have been there to help comfort her, but she's an ocean apart. I guess I wouldn't believe it either.
Oh, crap baskets! Let's get out of here!
Why was it mean mugging like Giannis after a dunk? What am I talking about? Let's just go!
No, this is going to be fine. We'll just run more.
Agreed. Wait, how did we drop the camera that far ahead of us? How did we even get the tape? Questions for another day, I suppose.
All right, I need to pee. Let's take a break.
Gentlemen, it's time for us to quit watching the TV because it'll give us square eyes. Instead, we should keep trekking up this hill to find a radio tower.
I think you mean spaceship tower thingy.
Nope. That isn't what I meant, Joe.
You know, I think that whole staring at the TV gives you square eyes thing is a myth. And a myth I haven't heard in a while.
Maybe we should bring it back. Get that screen time down, which I get is ironic considering we're playing a game right now. But it might be good for everyone.
That's a great idea, Barack. Except screens aren't square anymore, and people have the internet to look this stuff up.
The first point is valid, but plenty of people still believe stupid crap, even with the internet existing. Fake moon landing conspiracists, anti-vaxxers, people who think Santa is fake, they all have the internet and yet still believe this stuff.
Classic Barack pushing his false liberal agenda, except that Santa thing, he's definitely out there.
The house had to go. It can't save me anymore. Is this Kate writing this about running away or whoever lived in the burnt house?
I don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out soon on this great adventure we call life.
How do you guys think this game will end?
I'm hoping for a Jason takes Manhattan Julius versus Jason type of fight, just straight hands, although I guess it wouldn't fit the whole dark mysterious forest vibe going on.
The vibe it wouldn't fit is very clearly the space horror theme. Did you see that so-called radio tower? What was that glowing red thing on top of it? All I'm saying is it's not from this planet.
Joe, I'll make you a bet right now. If it turns out that this game has a space-based twist at the end, I will literally eat a pair of my shorts. However, if you're wrong, I'll figure something out.
You should punch him in the face. I wish I could, but the Secret Service has gotten very good at tackling meat-based people.
More minds really going to the same well a little too often, Slender the Arrival.
Now, let's see what's crappening before we lose our head about this. For all we know, this might be a very pleasant part of the game. All evidence may point against it, but you never know.
Damn, that's gotta hurt.
Indeed.
Damn, no elevator for us this time?
Budget cuts. If I had my way, we'd be riding through in a golden chariot, the wind gushing through my long, luxurious hair, and we'd be straight chill.
What long, luxurious hair? Is this an imaginary world? No matter, it's letter time.
Meet me by the street in an hour, bring stuff on list, can fix everything, and don't tell Lauren. Even though I'm almost positive CR is a good guy, he really does play the creepy guy role to the limit.
Good for him. He's really cornered and perfected his niche. And apparently really lost his mind. Where did he find enough paint to do this? And how do you reach some of these different rocks? Gotta respect his dedication to the bit.
Well, then let's read what the man had to say. Again!
I'm so sorry. It's already too late for us. Don't let him into more lives. So Slender really is a dude. Anyway, he's basically just crying and being super ominous. Bum tendencies, a real certified hood, and brothers keep it pushing. Ain't that right, Barack?
I wish you wouldn't include me when you say stupid shit like that.
That's my B, Drilla. I forgot you ain't gang like that on God, no kizzy cat Monfrere. Let's go be tubular in this nuclear wasteland. What the fool?
Absolute power move from Slender. Just straight up, we're burning the forest down. It reminds me of a time in Burma when a child had a head the size of Ruby, so we burnt down the bandit.
A, you're referencing The Dark Knight. B, you didn't even get the quote right. C, screw you, Donald. I just don't say that enough.
You say it plenty.
This alien invasion sure is intense. I hope you're ready to eat your shorts, Barry.
Whatever, man. I'm curious to what the loss condition is. Are we being chased? Is there a time limit? Is there a classic...
What the fuck? Did we just lose? What?
I guess there is a time limit.
Let's run it back. We go again.
Care about your alien Santa theory, Joe. Let's just get up this damn hill. Not that it'll do us any good, because CR definitely said we're cooked regardless.
I also don't care for his theories, but there's no need to be such a crybaby about this whole situation. We'll climb the hill, find CR, punch Kate in the head, assuming she's turned evil. If she hasn't, then forget what I said. Plot and scheme, then descend down this hill. Move to Texas and teach Slender the might of the Second Amendment.
Now that's a goddamn plan if I've ever heard one. And look, we made it. No thanks to you, Donald.
Screw you both, and screw doors randomly slamming shut behind us.
Another pessimistic view, because I personally see it as a nice security measure. And I see this weather warning as ironically funny.
It's true, the weather might not be good right now, but let's continue to delve deeper into this odd building. Is it a shelter, or is it spaceship related?
Honestly, at this point, I really hope it is somehow alien tech or some bullshit like that. Because If I've been listening to Joe's ramblings for no reason, I might break.
Break what?
Break Joe's head wide open. Like a coconut. Holy
Son
shit.
of a cheap-ass jump
I
scare.
guess the game wanted to get one last spook in before we win. It's the only explanation for that happening.
I really doubt it, Joe, but I certainly hope you're right.
This room is more promising. It's got writing on the wall. But again, I ask, where did CR get all this damn paint? Auto-closing security doors aside, did he haul a paint bucket along with him the whole journey?
I guess so. This is all pretty goofy writing. Seems like CR really went off the deep end and into a pool of gasoline.
Intense stuff, but we don't know if that's actually CR. It could be a random self-immolation victim next to CR's detailed ramblings about how he failed and are now doomed forever.
He doesn't seem happy with himself, but let's see what he actually thought.
Silence for the final moments of CR.
Even in his final moments, he sounds creepy. But to be fair, he actually is trying to convince her to become the Human Torch, so this is a pretty creepy topic of discussion.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. This is enough of listening to a man become charcoal. Let's instead talk about how I saw a double rainbow yesterday.
You just can't help yourself, can you, Barack? Constantly pushing that liberal agenda even during tragedy.
Not what I was talking about at all. I think Slender's knocking on the door.
What are you? Oh crap, holy crap. Okay, not cool.
Holy fucking burnt house bum. Damn it, man. We should have brought some gasoline.
Well, it was a fun ride, I guess. Hold up, are we still cooking? We are still cooking.
Where the hell are we? And why the flying fudge stickles is that creepy burnt house lady just watching us? Get a job, bum. Get a fucking job.
Well, you know, whilst Lauren and I assume Kate may be trapped, a slender slave forever, CR cooked with his plan to escape that fate. I think it might be reading time.
This looks like a job for me, Job, reading Byron. Someone keeps showing up to my house, getting more and more desperate. That sounds like our crispy creep. I still hear him. Sounds like he's suffering. I'm being taunted by Slender. Is Charlie's disappearing my fault? Am I going to burn down the whole ass joint?
Creep still watching us? So this is Charlie's dad. And Charlie's dad owned the burnt house, maybe. But his son ceased to still exist in some form. Maybe Charlie is one of the helpers. If I was forced to guess, I'd wager it being our hooded fraud.
Well, regardless, let's go up. Never mind. Let's keep looking around.
Honestly, I think we could take her in a fight. She's just skin and bones. I guess we'll pimp slap her on the way out.
Dirty ass basement. Boxes, garbage, and letters randomly stuck to the wall. Terrible decor.
This is pretty exciting, isn't it? The missing boy, the sightings, the arson. I feel bad for Mr. Matheson. I wish he'd let me help him the way you're helping me. Maybe I could have saved him. Since I could help him in life, maybe I can help him now. I promised to find out what happened to his son. Perhaps that'll put his soul at peace. Thanks again, Kate. I look forward to our adventures. CR?
What an idiot. Bro got them both killed, and we're next. And now the stairs are open. We're going to die. We're going to goddamn die.
I wonder if Slender owns a smoke machine or if this is just his natural aura.
Definitely a smoke machine. He might have bought it from the same store that CR bought his unlimited white paint bucket from. It's probably where they crossed paths in the first place.
How can you guys be so cavalier when we're almost certainly doomed inside a haunted burnt house with what sounds like a crying woman, but is probably Kate's possessed body? Are you a couple sociopaths or what?
It's called making the best of a bad situation, Donald. And having hope and seeing burnt house lady in the corner of the room just ready to be jumped by Lauren and her straight hands.
I don't know. She actually looks kind of normal. Maybe she's turned back. Holy shit!
Wait, damn. Okay, maybe it's not over. We might still be chilling, maybe.
I think it might finally be Jover, but I got to say we had a good run. But Slender just has that dog in him. Oh, great. Now that they're stealing our pants and shoes.
I think those are just our legs, Joe. So much for hope, but I guess there's a chance that Lauren had no friends, and this lives and dies with Kate, CR, and Lauren.
Sounds like hope to me, but gentlemen, it's been real life fun. I'm gonna go cry now. Catch you guys later.